Greetings! Welcome to our 7th episode of the Prussian saga here on Crusader Kings 3. I will say that it's time to make a little summary of what happened until this point. I think it will be beneficial in case if you are new to this channel, because even though only 16 years passed since we started this adventure, a lot of things already happened. So let me just give a quick recap. So we started from the county of Pomesania with, not with Bajoras, but with our ruler, who is, here he is, Governor of Prussia, who is now 38, but back then he was 22 years old. So we had only one county, we had one liege, and the liege was actually Bajoras, the half-brother of our ruler. And we spent the initial years of this game to basically remain under the protective wing of our brother. And then we tried to extend further his territories. We went from one county up to 3 counties. So we were in the end doing well. We were sitting at his council as marshal. We were expanding his territories. But unfortunately, this did not stop him from revoking our titles as soon as he had the chance. I was trying to improve the relationship to prevent that, but there I must say that I miserably failed. So what I did at some point is started revoking our titles, and it started from the county of Pomesania, where this adventure started, and this also explains why this county is no longer with us. Luckily we had other counties, as I mentioned, and so this allowed us to continue our game, also because I knew that there was the risk. That's why I expanded our territories. And then what we did, as at that point it was making no sense to remain under our brother, because he would have kept revoking the remaining titles, right? So what I did instead, it was challenging him to get the Duchy of Prussia, and we succeeded. And this explains why now we have the Duchy of Prussia. So now we even went up the hierarchies, so to say. And then I also managed to conquer a third territory, so we are back to 3 counties. So now we have the duchy, we have 3 counties. We also had to forge the first alliances, because now we cannot rely anymore on the support of our brother, right? We have no liege, and we have to act like an independent ruler, so we also need some support, also because at the moment our army is not particularly big. I hope things will improve, but still there is a lot to do. And so I also worked on the alliances, on building alliances, because we need to be, let's say, self-sufficient at this point. The only problem at the moment is that in order to get one of the alliances, I had to get a new wife. In the meantime, my first wife died. She didn't give me a single child, so our heir is actually the son of a concubine. But we had the chance to get a new marriage and then get a second alliance. And the first one we had it by finding a spouse for our son Arelis, and the second one we got with this second marriage. The problem is that our second wife belongs to the Slovianskan faith, and because of that, of course, we have a big minus. Because, I mean, we have a big minus for several reasons, but definitely the fact that we belong to a different faith, it does not help. Also, the fact that we are disfigured does not help, but this is the reason why I already started to started a scheme against our second wife to try to improve her opinion, because at the moment I'm a little bit afraid that somebody could try to kill us, our brother, our wife. So as you can imagine, it's an interesting situation, also because in all of this our son is still too young to inherit our territories. He's only 4, so we will see. Hopefully we will have some luck, but I'm not that sure about that. It's still CK3. Bad luck is always behind the corner, as well as death. So let's not waste any other time, any other minutes talking about what happened until this point, and let's do something for this episode. So the game suggests me to increase the opinion of our seer, I think, yeah. He's currently having a 0 opinion, so it's okay. We have low control in Scalovia. It's fine for the moment. Can declare wars, but I don't want to, because I don't want to weaken us. inline to inherit titles, not endorse, and I don't want to imprison Gerdautas. Another thing that I think it's worth to mention is that in all of this, my brother was more smart enough to marry a woman who belongs to this Gemaite, I don't know how to pronounce, but by the way, to this family. And this family is actually the family that is currently controlling the largest portion of the Vidalis state, which is Samogitsia. Which places also the family of my brother in line for inheriting this territory. Not immediately, because this guy has a son, and this son also has a son, I believe. So, I mean, it will not be directly inherited by them, but at least, you know, they are in the line of succession, and also it's still a strong alliance that they have, right? Because my brother himself has more than 2,000 levies, and this other guy brings 1,600 levies. So as you can imagine, it's a little bit, it's a critical situation. It's not the ideal, but what to do? So for the moment, I will suggest just to try to improve the relationship with our wife and try to live peacefully, conduct a peaceful life, and maybe farm money, farm prestige, farm piety a little bit. Also because our next expansion is for this county, and we have a truce, so in any case we cannot do much. And honestly, the other territories are not that interesting, I will say. Let me check. Okay, there are also territories up here that could be interesting. But a war with Estonia, do we want that? No, we don't want that. Moreover, they have also two allies. In the meantime, by the way, it looks like... Yes, this is very good. This is something that honestly I like. So one of the vassal of my brother has decided to move against him. And most likely because the act of revoking our title here, the chiefdom of Pomesania, was most likely perceived as an act of tyranny. And now, of course, the other vassal is also scared by my brother. So this will be interesting. If he will become kind of independent, that's good. So let's see how this develops. And in any case, it's also good because it might weaken internally our brother, which is at this point something I would be glad to see. As long as we were under him, as long as he was our liege, of course, it was in my interest that he was having strong armies, but now that he could try to move against me, that's not exactly the best situation for me. In the meantime, we have unlocked another perk from the martial lifestyle, and I will suggest to maybe... And I decided between immense home, which give us a little advantage. It's very small though, but still. Or this other trait, which reduce the fatal casualty and still give us an advantage. Let's maybe go first with this and then with this other, I don't know. Oh, on the other hand, the next one is very good. It increased the number of knights that we can have, so that will be very good as well. So maybe we will move into that direction for the next time. In all of this, our seer became also a novice physician because I assigned him as a core physician and he has a lot of learning, so good. I would like to maybe raid, I don't know. I don't want to risk anything. On the other hand, we might need money, because I was thinking if we get more money, then we can at least improve our territories, like the development, build new structure, and we don't have enough money for that at the moment. Like if I go here, for example, for 2 tribal hold, I cannot even construct these palisades. Let's see how things develop. I'm really curious to see how this war will progress. This is a very interesting one. The problem is that this vassal has no allies and not enough men, so I'm not really sure if he can make it. And actually, I think we even have better opinion, better relationship with him. I think. Yeah, with him we have good relationship actually. Can I propose to join? No. Unfortunately not. I mean, it's not in my interest that my brother dies or anything like this, because in the end we belong to the same family, and the point with CK3 is not to focus only on the life of our ruler, but to look a little bit, to have, let's say, an holistic view on the entire family. It's about the success of the entire house, basically, not just of the single ruler. So it's not in my interest that my brother lose or he dies or whatever. I mean, if he dies, at least we will inherit, but not really directly. We will be the third in line. But yeah, I don't want also to kill the other boys who belong to our family. That is the point. So I want my brother to survive, and this family as well, but I want him to have less power, definitely, and maybe even lose territories. I mean, at the moment it's good that there are 2 members of our house who are both having the title of they're all holding duchies, which is good. But I don't know. It's too dangerous. Let's take a look how this is progressing. Actually, is winning against the vassal. Very bad, very bad. I mean, it's expected. And now we have also noble veins. Something that he has done, I believe. Because he is, of course, the house of the family. But okay, it was still a good choice. Could have been also mine, so it's okay. Plus 48%. It's too bad, because the vassal is going to be extremely weak, but we cannot declare war on the vassal as well, because then my brother will call his army plus all the allies, and yeah, it will be a mess. We cannot still declare war on this guy. So there is not much that we can do at the moment, I believe. I hope some of the neighboring countries will give troubles either to Samogitsia or to Masuria. Yeah, and when I say Masuria, I mean the whole duchy. I don't mean just the vassal of my brother. Because we need to have my brother and Samogitsia redimensioned. If they will be redimensioned, then we will have room for opportunities. For the moment we have to stay quiet and keep raising our levies, keep growing our levies. Now we have 1,200. Let me check actually how it is going at the council. Okay, yes, we are farming. Ah no, we should actually bring control. Why it's not working? Why cannot? Okay, I managed. 5 years left. Okay, let's try to restore control of our territory. These two are already under control, so that's the priority. Unfortunately, this will prevent us from growing further our levies, but I think it's the right approach. Disrupt scheme is also the right approach. We don't have vassal yet, so we can live on foreign affair, collect taxes, and we don't have places to convert. What we could do, core politics I like. Okay, let's just check if we have guests. Yes, we have Chibor, Kashubi, Slovianskan with 3 claims on those territories here. But honestly, I don't really want to trouble myself. And how much will it cost? 35. Oh, absolutely not. We need money. So we don't care. Our Gauranas has almost reached the age of 40, by the way. And now, yes, he is 40. And in all of this, Pyoras has lost some levies, by the way, which is good. But in the end, he won against his own vassal, who is now in prison. And I think he might have some territories revoked, some counties revoked, some titles revoked. I think he will be punished for his behavior. So if we will declare war... Ah, yes, now an alliance. A very small one. If we will declare war on him, he will be able to... Yeah, he will still have too many soldiers, because it will be still the liege, so my brother plus the allies. So no, we cannot do that. We have to stay quiet, keep a low profile, and keep farming money. Maybe I should move my wife rather than prestige. Rather than boosting the diplomacy, maybe I should boost the managed domain, but it's a small contribution, the one she can give. It will still be 12. It's okay, let's do it. We need a little bit more money, or else we cannot improve our internal situation and defend ourselves. Okay. Defend ourselves from possible occupations, especially from Samogitsia or from my brother or from both. Also because, as you can see, geographically speaking, we are in a very complex situation, because we have fragmented territories, and you see Masuria in the middle, Samogitsia here, Masuria again here. So doesn't matter where we look at, we are always threatened by either my brother or their allies. And we still cannot declare war on this guy, who is now also very weak, and I'm afraid that he might be attacked by either my brother or Samogitsia. I'm afraid that they might try to steal our low-hanging apple. Ah, but this is good. Actually, my brother is offering an alliance. He's my rival. I think for some time we should have an alliance. Because if I decline and he tries to move against me, he is still much stronger than me, considering also this support here. On the other hand, if I accept, we lose the possibility to maybe try to conquer some territories in Masuria or here in the northern part, in case if someone else, for example from the Slovanskan faith, attacks him and weaken him. So it's a tricky decision. If we enter this alliance, we have the problem that we cannot also expand, basically. The only option will then be Estonia, apart from this small county here. Because these are their own allies, the other territories are not really part of our expansion plan. On the other hand, is a rival, and maybe it's okay. Let's accept. I think it's safer considering that there is also this rivalry and I cannot always look at my back, right? So let's see. Advantage +2. Let's go like this. I don't want to risk my life. I don't know that challenge, what could have, how it could have developed, but I don't want to find out. See, finally I can. Oh, okay. My concubine is again pregnant, but my wife keeps hating me, even if I'm trying to sway. Your concubine are blaspheming our marriage, -40, and that's why also the concubine contribute. If only she will convert, that will be the best. But it's okay. Yeah, there is this little conflict that has to be resolved. But the problem is that the concubine give us kids and you don't, my lady, so what to do? By the way, in the meantime, let's do the following. Let's see if we can build something. Not yet. 82 I need, okay. So in some time I should be able to do it. But the problem is that then I will go back to 0 and I need money. Raid, let's see. They suggest to raid this county that belongs to my brother and that most likely was already... Ah, no, it was not raided. Okay, let's raid, even if we are allies. And then we can also designate a guardian for our son. Let's do it. We should also decide in what direction it should go. I think Marshall is most likely going to be... Yes. Either Marshall or stewardship, but I will say probably Marshall. Let's leave it like this. So then for the guardian, Gerdautas, our champion, is a very good one. So that's okay. I'm known for my devotion, which is good. I think we are now endorsed, right? Yes. Very good. Let's hope we can complete this raid and go back to our territory with those 15 units of gold. Why standing still? I don't get why sometimes it does this kind of things. We are supposed to raid. They do not want to raid. Okay, then let's disband. Incredible. I don't know. I don't understand sometimes this game, but it's okay. It means that we will reach the amount of gold we need without looting other territories. So, sway Russian culture. This is for our wife Tatiana. I think we can sacrifice a little bit of prestige. She will gain 10 opinion. It's not much. but it helps. She goes back to -60. What's going on here? I guess there are some activities going on, but luckily not involving us. Okay, let's maybe speed up a little bit the process. A new martial perk, and I think we can actually go to this. And this is fantastic because now we can have up to 11 champions, guys. This is fantastic, honestly. Few champions, and I think it's time to invite them. I think it is time to invite them. Yes, I don't want to use, I mean, I could use marriage, but we don't have many women, I think, in our court, especially women who are not married. This is old. We have a few women, but I think it might be challenging to bring knights in this way, because every time I tried, it was kind of challenging because of the poor opinion that people, even within our same faith, they have of us. Male, unmarried, Baltic, prowess, -15. These are all already my champion. Let's try with this. Cordula, you see, will not accept. Okay, let's do something different. Let's simply invite. Ah no, I cannot invite champions until another year. Okay, but I will do it later on because we have the chance to have up to 11 champions, and then we will be extremely dangerous, I will say. Even if we have not enough levies, we have already high quality army. And I think we are almost about to close the episode for today. This time it's a daughter. And we could also use her for building alliances. Let me think. If in this case we try with a matrilineal, we also need prestige actually. There's no way of bringing... Okay, not alliances, not prestige. So for the moment maybe we have to give up. Let's use... we might need to play this card later on, so for the moment let's not make anything with her. But let me take a look at this little child. Ah, she's beautiful. A beautiful child of a concubine. With 2 of diplomacy, 1 of martial. Okay. And we have almost reached the amount of gold that we need to make some development in our territories. We failed our attempt of sway on our second wife. Let me check one thing before I close the episode for today. This is 1, this is 1, this is 2. I think our capital should be actually here. I don't know why it moved automatically here. Let's do the following. Let's move our capital here. Moreover, this is fort level 3 and there are already the palisade. So why this is not the capital? Okay. But I want the palisade also there. Just 2 additional units of gold in order to achieve this. Few extra months. 1. I think we will enter the next year and then we will pause there. This guy has 18 prowess. Honestly, I will then invite him. I mean, it will give us stress, but we are not particularly stressed. And this could be a knight, so why not? $82, okay. Now we can make this little improvement here. Ah, not yet. Why? I have prestige. And I have 82 unit of gold. Okay, now I can. Okay, I needed. Okay, because it doesn't want me to go to 0. Okay, in 5 years we will have palisades also there, which is good. So we are also improving the defenses of another of our territory. I will say to go on to reach the 1st of January. In the meantime, a notable guest arrived. Poor prowess. Claims that I don't find interesting. On the other hand, a good wife. Not so bad. So yes. We still lack prestige though, because I would like to reach the point where I can attack entire duchies, but this is not the case because we need, I think, illustrious, right? In order to do that. Conquer duchy, illustrious, yeah. We need to farm prestige. Maybe the marriage of this little girl will be used in this way. Aus Mazur. But then it's only... But I don't know if actually it will impact also our prestige, the marriage. In this case, it goes to 200 of prestige. I'm married to this old pig. I'm not sure I want to do that. Moreover, there is a Vidalist ruler in this territory. Ah, yeah, because there is Lithuania, right? So at least the Vidalist fate probably will spread farther with the fact that Lithuania expanded. Ah, but even actually it's no longer that expanded. It fragmented again. Interesting. But they're still quite big. 1287 with 5 champions. Estonia. Oh, bigger and bigger. And this guy we cannot still declare war. Okay, let's just go on the 1st of January, guys, and then I would say that for today this is more than sufficient. There were not big progresses in this episode, but I think it was still important because with the fact that we made the alliance with our brother, at least for some time we will have some peace of mind. Moreover, Masuria is expanding more and more, so I think it was really like the good, right decision. And now they're actually bordering with our allies. I think at some point we will have, by the way, to break this alliance, even though it will cost us in terms of level of prestige. But at some point, if my brother will become weaker, we might try a subjugation war. Alternatively here, I don't know, I have to see how the destiny of our neighbors develop. But by the way, we entered the 20th year of the game, basically. We are on the 21st of January, 887. We still have our duchy, we still have 3 counties, even if very distant one from another. And yeah, our brother becomes bigger and bigger, stronger and stronger. Samogitsia is still big enough, but at least it's not growing farther. and we are basically between these two elephants. And we will have to find our way, because at the moment I don't really see a lot of potential for expanding our territories except this county here. And I'm still surprised that no one is trying to conquer it, actually, because it's really like it's begging for being conquered. The problem is that we have to wait for the end of the truce. But for today I will say that this is more than sufficient, guys.